Hello, welcome to my Edtalk. Today I want to talk about a few key points found in the readings, Teaching the Taboo, chapters 8 and 9. And these two chapters touch up on a little bit of the power of language and the importance of incorporating discourse in the classroom and letting students explore discourse, letting students um, analyze different types of languages, whether it's their own or whether it's an image. The author references um, historic events or historical figures that have in a way approached discourse as a way of teaching. For instance, it mentions Booker T. Washington and how he was able to teach newly free slaves to grow their own food and to be productive members of society. Um, he also mentions W.E.B. Du Bois, as well as a Brazilian photographer, and invites teachers to use language as a focus in the classroom. That way, students can understand their own language and the power of language in the classroom. The next point is about classroom management, and this last chapter pretty much summarizes what we've been learning all semester. Um, it gives a summary of developing a classroom management plan and the steps, which is teaching context, physical design in the classroom, rules and routines, relationships, and engaging in instruction. These were presented by me last week. They're very important for everybody to attempt in order to create a learning environment that's safe for their students. This is something that I like to tackle as soon as I start teaching, especially the relationships with the students. I think that's very important, as I mentioned in my presentation. The last point I want to make is about what should I do and the dilemmas that teachers face about making decisions, and talks about how teaching is a profession of uncertainty. Sometimes making decisions is very difficult, and most of the time we don't know what those decisions are going to lead to, and we don't know what can happen, but we know that we must do the best for the student, and this is what this chapter is talking about. So I'm going to leave with the quote, "To be or not to be, that is a question." So yes, I know that I'm going to find myself trying to make decisions, whether it's with grading, discipline, content, even administration, or dealing with administration, or whether it is with not dealing or communicating with parents. There's always going to be a decision-making dilemma for me, and it's nice to read about what these other teachers have experienced and how they approached decision making. And it's important to me to understand that decision making is not always obsolete. There's always an uncertainty behind it, and that is really what growing as a teacher is about. understanding these dilemmas. Thank you for watching. Bye.